My name is Brandon Willington. I've helped over 1,000 service-based business owners divorce their lead gen agencies by wrapping their head around this whole marketing thing themselves. And I'm going to be covering 20 tips on lead generation in however long this video goes for, and you're going to have to edit that in. Headlines. My number one tip with headlines is make sure that it's clear what you do. You want to attach a feeling and a result. So you don't just want to be the thing that you do. You want to tap into the emotional part of the brain and attach a feeling to the result. I often split test the result because sometimes what I'll see people do is they'll put a result in the headline, but it's not compelling enough. So what you can do is you can chase that result downstream and ask, if that happens, then what happens, then what happens, then what happens, and then you can find a more compelling result. Number two, subheadlines. Don't overthink the subheadline. They're going to read the feeling and the result in your headline. All you want to do in the subheadline is simply elaborate on it and just make it really crystal clear what you do, how you do it, when you do it, where you do it. Above the form on your landing page, you're going to have a call to action. If I just give you any advice at all, it's simply just tell them to complete the form. If you run two versions of a landing page, one just has a form and then one has a form and then it tells them to complete the form, this version will do better than this version, like fairly significantly. Even better variation is don't just tell them to complete the form, but make it feel like they're starting a process. So don't make it say like contact us or inquire now, make it say like start your cost estimate. Pro tip with the first question on your landing page, ideally you want to be able to meet them where they are. You don't want to open with contact details. You want to have a multiple choice question, which like the options like you're probably here or you're experiencing this or you want this or you want this. Ideally, you don't want to open with contact questions. You want to open with unselfish questions like which best describes you, and then you have like 4 different categories of people that come to you. Number 5 is split test with landing pages. The number one thing that I test on the landing page or split test on the landing page is simply just the headline and trying to find a more compelling headline. Don't bother split testing stuff that's at the bottom of the page because 100% of people see the stuff that's at the top of the page, only like 5% of people will scroll to the bottom, so you only split test the section which is above the fold. Number 6 is should I generate leads on Meta or on Google? Don't overthink it. You want to think of Google as harvesting existing demand and Meta as creating demand. So it's just an easy thought experiment. Like if my tap is leaking, I'm not sitting around on Facebook and going, man, I hope a plumber targets me with a Facebook ad today. I'm going on Google because I have the demand to solve this problem and then finding a plumber online. However, if it's like an education product like with you where you aren't, this doesn't already exist, you have the demand for growing your business, but you don't know that this workshop exists, I can create demand on Facebook. Google is not the place to try and create demand. It is the place to harvest existing demand. If you can't do Google, just do Meta. Number 7 is embedding your reviews. Now, people's bullshit meters go off when you write out testimonials in rich text and go, Sandy said this about us, because they know you just typed it out onto your landing page builder. There's a couple weird parts of human evolution. One of the weird parts is we can tell when someone has embedded a review or not. And so we want to embed the review so they go, ah, yes, this clearly was delivered from Google. Number 8 is FAQs. A lot of you skimp out way too hard on your frequently asked questions. You put like 3 or 4 in there. However, it's a massive opportunity to increase the conversion rate of your landing page because people often can't be sitting through your VSL. And so the FAQs is like the written TikTok equivalent to overcome objections, false beliefs, or stories that people are telling themselves into why they should not convert or fill out the form on your landing page. So they can see, oh, I'm thinking that, quickly tap it and just see a sentence that overcomes that objection. We're actually running some split tests recently where moving FAQs higher on the page, optimizing the conversion rate, because people like look at the headline, see the VSL, go not listening to that essay, and then they see the form and then all the testimonials and might not get to the FAQs. So don't skimp out on your FAQs. Number 9 is the landing page background. Massively missed and underrated opportunity to build trust and improve the conversion rate of your landing page. If you just have a solid black color or white color as the landing page background, you've wasted all this real estate to build trust. If you can have ideally humans smiling in the background of your landing page, it will have a positive impact on your conversion rate of your landing page rather than just like a solid black color with no human faces. Number 10 is VSLs. Don't overthink VSLs. VSLs are great because even if you do them poorly, they will have a positive impact on the conversion rate. The number one thing with video sales letters, if you don't know what VSL stands for, is it gives an opportunity for the business owner to just be on camera so the person can see them and go, ah, that's the business owner, build more trust, build more rapport. They're more likely to fill out the form on the landing page. Even if your VSL is as simple as, hey, my name is Brandon Willington, I'm the managing director here at Where You. When you fill out that form, it's probably me or a team member you'll be in contact with. That would be more trustworthy than not having a VSL at all. Number 11 is ad hooks. The easiest way to come up with ad hooks is try and repeat back to a customer their internal thoughts. Your ideal outcome with writing hooks, whether it's like the first 3 seconds of your video or the first sentence of your ad, is think you want the goal in mind, which is like someone reading or listening to it and going, how is this person reading my mind? Because then you'll get their attention. Number 12 is show rates. The number one thing that boosts show rates is making them more conversational rather than notificational. If you're booking reminders like, hey, your call's booked for Thursday, 11 a.m., don't forget to come, it will have a lower show rate than if the confirmation is, hey, you're booked in for tomorrow at 11 a.m. Like, is that time still good to go? Question mark. That would perform better than the first variation. So make it conversational, not notificational. Number 13, filming ads. Try not to script your ads. You just want to spend a moment thinking about the hook and then see my previous point and then just elaborating on that point and then trying to verbally find your way to click below to learn more. If you script out your ads, they come off a little bit too perfect and you come off like a news reporter reading off a teleprompter, and you can tell when people are reading off of a script or not, and you trust them less as a result of it. So all the little imperfections in your delivery which actually make your ads do better. Number 14, improving lead quality. So there's often a inverse relationship between the quantity of leads and the quality of leads. What we actually want to do is add a little bit of friction so that we can improve lead quality. That could be increasing the number of clicks, keystrokes, or scrolls, but also the number of, well, I suppose the amount of psychological resistance. So if you have one funnel, which is a free lead magnet, and a second funnel, which is an application, obviously this one will get more leads, but be less qualified. This one will get less leads, but they'll be more qualified. So you can add psychological friction there as well. Number 15 is image or video ads. Images are great because you can churn out heaps of them and just use Canva templates. However, video ads always build more trust. We know for a fact, literally 100% of the time, whenever we get the business owner on camera, it builds trust and the ads perform better as a result of it. Number 16, fixing performance. What you can actually do is you identify where the bottleneck is. Like, is it your landing page? Is it the show rate? And then what you can do is you can look at that page or that step in the process and go, how can I reduce friction here? Alternatively, what you can do is you can, and more often than not, you chase the problem upstream and go, well, if they clicked this ad and went to this landing page, does this ad set a clear expectation which this landing page fulfills, or is there a mismatch in expectations and the landing page? Number 17, I think the most overrated lead generation strategy is lead magnets. So you've been told for years that if you just like have a free PDF and capture their contact details that they'll buy. It's not true. You'll build an email list, but it'll be a bunch of people that just like curiously gave you their email in exchange for a PDF, which they're never even gonna read in the first place. I think lead magnets are massively overrated. No, not think. I know, because I have members come in that are running lead magnet funnels and like, they don't book in calls. I'm like, yeah, no, because you just gave them like a free PDF. Of course they don't want to talk to you. Number 18, what metric matters most? I think a lot of you massively overcomplicate it. The metric that matters most when it comes to marketing is profit. You should look at the P&L and look at the bottom line and look at cash in the bank. That is the metric that matters most. If we talk about different cost per lead, different cost per schedule, it's all going to vary based on what industry you're in, your average order value and things like that. Look at the profit line. Is it going up? Number 19, test budget when starting out. We typically recommend that our With You members start with $30 to $50 a day. It's slow enough that as a beginner, you don't need to like check it every single day, or if it doesn't work for a week, you haven't burnt all this money, but it's fast enough you can get leads like same or next day you launch it. Number 20, do you need a website? No, I like half deleted our website just to prove a point because 99% of our traffic goes to our landing page, and so all my efforts are focused on optimizing that. However, I'm a little bit extremist in my views. The difference between a website and a landing page is a landing page or a website is like having the alphabet for your business. You've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like media, home, about, work, case studies. A landing page is like pulling out one of your services, one of those letters of the alphabet, and focusing on that. So you click an ad for the letter B, you go to the landing page for the letter B, not the entire alphabet. If you want to save a seat for one of our upcoming 2-day With You workshops so you can break up with your agency and actually be able to generate your own consistent quality leads, then click the link in the description.